a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. In Gallatin, Tennessee, this morning was 21 degrees. Here in Hudsonville, Michigan, is like 26. So where Kenny lives, it's 21 degrees. Are you kidding me? Something wrong with it. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, that's, wow. Hey, the cold spot, Gallatin, Tennessee. Brother, don't worry. It's temporary. You'll have the warm 70-degree days in winter very, very soon. Damn it. 21 in the middle of fucking Tennessee? Holy shit. Yeah, you're getting right now what we got yesterday. It's going to be a little warmer today where I'm at. Chris in Buffalo, where it's just another planet. It says weather is cold and hearts are colder. I don't know if hearts are colder because I am right now going to take a look at the tote board on the Great Food Giveaway number 4. And actually, the name is slightly different this year. It's Great Food Giveaway with tampons number 4. As you know, we are going to feed 100 families with a fantastic Christmas meal, which will include an 8-pound honey-baked ham or whatever the hell it is, pumpkin pie, gravy, potatoes, 10-pound bag of potatoes, the King's Hawaiian rolls, and cans of corn for 100 families. The hams alone are $2,511.60. The pies are $649. The gravy's $359 for 100 jars. Potatoes are $559 for 100 bags. The rolls, $469 for 100 packs of rolls. 200 cans of corn is $138. That brings a total to $4,685.60, minus the cost of as many feminine hygiene products as we can get. Megan from Irvine's, where this event is happening on the 21st of December, I think we're going to start at around 3 p.m.-ish. Said, hey, you know, a lot of people who are underprivileged, you know, those feminine hygiene products are a real commodity that sometimes they cannot afford. So at the end of the day, what do you think about raising some cash for that? I go, well, yeah, that's a great idea. Why not? Anything that blocks something gross is a great idea. Diapers also were great, a great idea. Diapers are a great idea, but you see, sometimes it's difficult to give away the diapers because so many different sizes and you know, it's just kind of a pain in the ass. You got the kid who's, you know, it depends on the kid's age. Tampons are tampons. Anybody can, well, not anybody can use those, but you get the right idea. So Megan is in charge of feminine hygiene products on the Great Food Giveaway number 4 with tampons. Also in attendance will be the Grand Rapids Pit Bull Alliance, which is a army of volunteers who help the pet population stay fed and housed. Now, they're called the Grand Rapids Pit Bull Alliance. I think they started maybe as like, you know, that was their thing, but it's for all pets, cats, guinea pigs, rabbits, dogs, any type of dog. You ever see those videos where someone posts on TikTok, it says like vicious pit bull attack, and they hold their finger up to a pit bull and the dog just goes and just barely puts his teeth on it? Well, anyway, $4,685.60 is the goal for the food for all of those families. Talked to Mike Ball yesterday. He goes, yeah, we got to get on TV well before the event takes place, Eric. I go, I know that's always the struggle. TV stations always want to, get video of us when we're actually giving the food away. But that doesn't really help, you know? I mean, we need it before the event so that people will know about it. So they kind of want to get the coverage of like us giving it away because it's people like to see that, but that's not that doesn't really help. I mean, that's thank you, but I doubt anybody's going to wait, you know, have that in their mind for one full year that we're back doing it. We need something to remind them. So I go, you're right, Mike Ball. I'm working on that. Kyler is back in attendance. He says, nothing like joining into tampon talk. Well, yeah, I mean, come on. We're trying to help people, Kyler. But I'm glad you're here. I guess Tracy had a medical procedure. He described it as getting her foot cut off. No, she's getting a screw and a plate. Tim writes, I just want to see Eric go up to a car and ask him if they need tampons and then ask if they need light flow or high flow. You know, I've never really gotten a look, studied the packages. I just do what my wife tells me back in the day when she had to use those. And she used to say, get me the super absorbency. I think that's what they say on them. I don't think it says high flow on the package or heavy flow. That's a weird collection of words. That just, what do you call it? Gives you like an image in your brain. Those are words in your marketing if you're like own a company that makes tampons that you don't want to put on the box. High flow or heavy flow or high gush. I'm thinking no one would buy the tampons that are labeled high gush. Tyler says, I make my wife send me a picture of the exact package that she needs. I'm not taking any chances with that shit. So true. Tyler also adds, are we naming these events like the paintball events now? Great food giveaway for the Vag Blood Offensive. Well, I think you just did, Kyler. I think as far as I'll go, that's like unofficial. I think that as far as I'll go on the official title of what we're doing here is Great Food Giveaway number 4 and tampons. With tampons. Maureen says tampons have sizes too, you know. Yeah, I know. But in a pinch, you could probably get away with it. I know. Not all vaginas are created equal. Some of them are large, and you can put the tampon in, and it gets, you know, it turns sideways, and that's a problem. All right. That concludes the tampon portion of the show. But I do want to go over the tote board, like I said, because we need a lot of cash. $4,685.60. And I have actually where you can help out. I've got PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Cash App and Venmo are the most preferred. I found this out yesterday. PayPal, first of all, they take a fee. Like Sir Bob of Oliver donated $150, but what will be spent on food is only $145.51. So if you can avoid PayPal, that would be perfect. Thank you, Bob. I'm not gonna mention what everybody gave, but in fact, I probably shouldn't have there. I should leave to the imagination, unless you say, "Hey, I want you to mention me." But PayPal is the most preferred. Also is Cash App. Wait a minute. I just said the opposite of what I wanted to say. Forget that I said that. PayPal is the one that you don't want to use. You want to use Venmo or Cash App. I think that on PayPal, if you choose the option for friends, it might not take a fee. But I'm not entirely clear on that. Also, on PayPal, if it's $600 or more, they're going to hold it, and then they're going to collect 24%. So avoid that. Please. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people who have donated. There's one for a $100 donation on PayPal. It comes out to $97.01. I mentioned Bob's $150 came out to $145.51. Everything else are whole numbers. The whole numbers are 100, 50, 150, 200, 100, and 1,000. There was a $1,000 Venmo donation, putting us, as of right now, at $1,842.52, putting a serious dent after day one in the $4,685.60 total that we need for the food. If we hammer this out as quickly as possible, then it's pretty much tampon money. And we can buy as many tampons as we want. So as of right now, we need $2,843.08 as of right now. So dig deep, throw it into the hat. We'll take that money, buy the food, buy the tampons for great food giveaway number 4 with tampons on Thursday, December 21. At Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. We always are looking for volunteers to help give away the food. We're going to have to box the food. You know, everything gets kind of arranged. People pull up. Hey, here's your food. You need any pet food? Okay, here's your pet food. How's the bleeding scenario? And then sometimes if you look like on the seat, you can actually see that they're really in need of a tampon. So you can give them tampons. I'm very, very excited about this. That's a great start. Thank you to everyone who has given and has even thought about giving. Every dollar counts. I don't want you to think that you feel bad because, you know, your situation only allows you to throw $5 in our hat. I'll keep it private and just know that you helped. And to me, the person who only has that type of scenario where they can only throw $5 in, I love them the most because I know that hurts the most. And that's very, very sweet and kind. And if you cannot, don't think for a second that there's anyone judging you. If you can't give a dime, we're not thinking about that. Okay? And don't you dare feel bad if you just cannot. Damn it. That would be ridiculous. So you just let us handle this. We'll take care of it. If you can't do it, don't even worry about it. This will be taken care of before you know it. And then off we go. I'm very, very excited about this as always. This all started when Dennis, I believe, is his name Dennis? Dennis Porter? Denny Porter. Denny Porter said, I want to help on Thanksgiving. And then I said, well, we're too close to it. Let's wait till Christmas. And then I was in L.A. giving the kidney away, and he reached out again. He said, hey, I want to buy somebody a Christmas meal. And I talked about it on here, and I think one of you said, hey, let's do a big food drive. And then that was it. Again, the great ideas in the show always happen from someone else. Thank you. And so while there, I made a couple phone calls, and it really wasn't a lot. This is all you. And then the only bad part of it is the former Zaniacs were there. And so they were shooting heroin in the parking lot and pulling their teeth out and trying to steal the food. So that was bad. Thank God they're gone. And then now we have the rest of the normal people to actually help with the giveaway. Last year, we even went ahead just to give the big fuck you to them because we don't need them and doubled the amount of food we gave away. However, it was too much to give away in one day. So we scaled it back, which is remarkable because I don't remember the dollar amount on last year being more than the dollar. I don't think it was $4,685. I'll have to go back and search the emails. Maybe it was. I can do a quick search, see if I can find it. The actual quote. Josh. No, I can't seem to find it already. Wait, maybe. No. Weird. But anyway, we'll feed 100 people thanks to you. And giveaway, it's great food giveaway number 4 with tampons. Wasn't the Mel Trotter the first thing you did? That's when I loaded up my work van with the frozen turkeys. Joe Martinez is here. Yes, that's exactly right. But that was that was affiliated with iHeartMedia. They do an event every year called the Turkey Drop, where you drop off turkeys at Celebration Cinema. And I was participating in that, helping, and we bought a ton of them. A ton of turkeys. And then dropped them off there. That was a fun time. Aram says, I may go back a year to see what the amount was. Yeah, please do. I'm curious as to what it was, too. Megan says, the great sock giveaway was fun. Yes, we had all those socks to give away from Bombas. We walked around town giving away socks to people. Tyler says, perhaps Hurricane Ashley could volunteer her dog washing services for anyone who pulls up with the dog. So true. Blue State Rob says the former Zaniacs used the first food giveaway as an entitlement card. Tim says we need to have a sign made. It says free Christmas meal / pet food / feminine products ... Some strings attached. Maureen says homeless shelters say that socks are the greatest need for people. Can you imagine? Okay, we live our lives and we have our ups and downs. But at no point have I ever worried about socks. MG23 Raptor must be new says, how do you feel about your Nittany Lions? It was sad to see your quarterback blow that game versus Ohio State. I am not a Nittany Lions fan, unfortunately. I got this for free when I visited Happy Valley when I was on the radio. I had a radio station that carried my show. And I went and visited them, and we went to the bookstore. This is right after the whole raping the kids thing. And they gave me one of these. And this is like a day after all the kids got raped. And I put it on. And people have been giving me shit since that day. But thank you for being here. I appreciate that. But no, I am. I don't actually root for a college football team. I follow stories. Like, I'm very interested in the Michigan story, which Joe Martinez will be happy to hear this. Just in case you missed it, the victory of Ohio over Ohio State has ended any of the speculation and the talk and all of the negative shit going on about Michigan football. Okay? Because they Harbaugh ate that punishment, the team went ahead and won 3 games in a row. That was a brilliant move to make him eat that punishment, because now it's done. And then you have a couple patsies. Stalions is a patsy. Chris Partridge is a patsy. Partridge deletes all the evidence about Harbaugh. And that was a good move on his part. And then he's fired. They're probably paying him under the table. And he then made a statement that said, no, I had nothing to do with that. That's not why I wasn't. So he's denying it, which is what you do. You deny till you die. That's exactly how you. So that puts us all done in a nice bow. There's nothing more to talk about. I would have loved for that drama to continue. Business is brisk at the Eric Zane Show podcast when there's more drama. MG23 says, Eric, you saying that, boy, I have to follow you. You are in my respect. Joe says the game will never be the same with the new format. Yeah, I haven't followed that story. The new format of the Michigan, of this. I don't understand how that works. Georgia is going to three-peat. I can't wait. I'm going to the SEC championship game again this year. Who will be in that game? Is that a Georgia-Alabama thing? I don't know who's in what conference in the SEC these days. I don't know. It's so you right now the top 4 are Georgia, Michigan, Washington. It is Georgia, Alabama. And Florida State. Okay. So Florida State's quarterback, he broke one of his sticks. So that's a real challenge there. If Bama beats Georgia, is Georgia still a Final Four team? You know, I doubt it, because Alabama is not a top 4 team. I think they're like 6, 7, 8, something like that. Let's see. New college football rankings. Because I think Oregon is in the mix, right? Hold on a second. I gotta speculate about this. It's college football playoff rankings. Just once, I want to open up a website, and it isn't just fucking loaded with ads, so I can at least navigate it. Georgia, 12-0. Michigan, 2, 12-0. Washington, 12-0. Florida State, 12-0. Oregon, 11-1. Ohio State, 11-1. Texas, 11-1. Alabama, 11-1. If the top 4 went out, no mess. But we don't want that. We want chaos. So I think all these teams play in their championship games. Georgia, Michigan, Washington, Florida State. It would be an absolute joyous miracle if all four of those teams lost. Now, there's no fucking way Iowa is going to beat Michigan. Washington's very good. They're not going to lose. Florida State, I guess, could lose, but probably not. Georgia, probably not. It's probably going to be those four. But if they did, that would be 8 teams with 1 loss. 8. Then what? Oh, no. I think you'd have to keep Michigan in. I think you'd have to keep Georgia in. Depends who Washington loses to. I don't even know who they're playing in their championship game. Would it be Oregon? Fuck. This is the extent of my knowledge on college football. I don't know everything going on there. I just want it to be 8 teams with 1 loss because of the shit show that would create. The suggestion by newbie MG23 Raptor, who needs to follow and subscribe, says Bama and Oregon could get in. And you leave Michigan and Georgia in. That's what I'm thinking, too. Quality wins by both of those teams. Oregon would beat Washington. Is Oregon playing Washington in the Pac, whatever the fuck it is, Pac whatever, Pac 25? Ben Glaze checking in during the Anthony Bellino radio extravaganza. All right. So that's cool. That's cool. Loving that. Loving that. I'm very excited about that great food giveaway, though. If you can, head on over to those spots, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. I hate even asking. I apologize, but that's the way we have to make the world go around. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a special treat for you. Because coming up on Thursday of this week, tomorrow, is another Big Fraud Thursday on Patreon. And you can get these 2 shows for free at patreon.com/Eric Zane. Ben Glaze and I, who's here, start the day out, the podcast evening out, with another edition of Who Are These Free Beers? And I've been sitting on this clip because it brought back so many feelings of when thin-skinned free beer gets pissed off. And when that would happen, how every single time there would be a little bit more resentment that I would have towards him. Okay? You have to understand, when we would do those shows, it was always said off of the air, nothing is to be taken seriously. Okay? And confrontation and bickering is fun. Have fun with it. Be silly with it. But of all the people, Greg would not. And it would take this much to get him from silly to I hate your guts. And when that would happen, that would piss me off, and then I'd want to strangle him. When Hot Wings and I would do it, it'd be hilarious. And Hot Wings took it quite well if we're beating each other up. And Free Beer would laugh along with it, and it was just silly. Ball busting. But Greg would always take it poorly. Very rarely would he be rolling with it. He'd pout. That's why I would play that clip. He's pouting. He's pouting. So when he would get pissed off, it would just make it worse because then I would pile on more. And then he would get more pissed off. And then we turn off the mics and it's silent. It's just, there's no talking. Rob says, Greg's smugness really came out when he started doing college football games. Probably had something to do with him being a fantastic husband. I don't know about that. But he showed his ass in this clip that I'm going to play for you right now as a preview of who are these free beers. And you'll be able to see all of this on Patreon for free. So as I'm talking to you, maybe head over to patreon.com/Eric Zane and just a couple clicks and you've got a free account and you've got the next 7 days free and you can check this show out because I plan on really drilling down on this clip in particular. And I know you're like, get to it, play it. Don't worry, I'll play it. It's coming. Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you before I even get to that. We've got 24 minutes until Dear Meathead. Dad will join us. And I don't have I don't have one question for Dad. Sorry about the failing to mention that to you earlier. But I see Rob has sent one. Thank you. Which will be fun to ask him that. But I will need a handful of questions. So, I don't know. Think of something fun and send it my way. Eric@ericzaneshow.com. Shoreliners striping inbox. Okay. Here's the background on this clip. Hot Wings had a hot take where there's all sorts of nuances and twists and turns of why. Why is this even happening? His hot take was all old board games are better than any new game. Now, of all the... Every time he does these, they're always like, boy, what a weird thing to get fake mad about. I mean, it just... His claim was something, and you'll hear it, was like, oh, boy. The games of today are too confusing and hard. We need Monopoly. And it's like, okay, interesting. Well, this leads to an offshoot conversation where Greg, I guess there was a game night with all of them. And there was a silly exchange, I guess, when they did the game night, where they were having a problem with Greg when he would move his token down the board, like for Monopoly, like you roll a 5 and you move 5 spots. Greg would just pick up the piece and move it 5 spots. And no one liked that. They were giving him shit on the game night of not going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like on each individual hopping along. So that's silly and fun. Okay, great. And Greg goes, yeah, Steve's got a problem because I just moved the piece instead of counting 5. Steve claims that Greg slides the token on the board instead of tapping it. But Greg doesn't see it that way. Greg thinks he just lifts the token up and moves it 5. Then all three start like saying, yeah, Greg, you're wrong. But they're talking about two different things because they're saying Greg slides the piece and then he's saying, no, I pick up the piece. Hot Wings equates the picking up the piece or sliding the piece to walking of all things, which is also stupid. Amanda asked, why the fuck is this a thing? Exactly. And then the fight starts. An actual fight starts. Interrupting, raised voices. Hot Wings gets frustrated with how Greg is defending himself because he's doing it all fucked up, of course, and then Greg gets pissed off. Which, in my opinion, is the cardinal sin. it could have been something fun if you went with it, but he's actually fucking pissed. Kyle says, I think there is something behind this. They all want to tell Smug Beer he's wrong on other stuff, and this is their out. Kenny says, who gives a shit? LOL. Exactly. What a stupid thing to get in a fight about. This is the clip. Let me make sure I got this. Okay. Audio check. Video check. Here we go.
Wait, Camel Up was the game that you were sliding, not tapping, right?
Oh, yeah. Steve has a problem if I
My apologies for the low audio.
can count 5 spaces ahead without tapping the little thing
You
on
tap.
each spot. No.
Everyone knows that when you're advancing, you go. You don't just go.
It's true. You don't shuffle.
Why not?
That's like not picking up your feet when you walk.
Yeah.
Okay. Hotwing says, yeah, you don't shuffle the piece, and then for some reason compares it to walking, which is also stupid. But they're on different pages because Greg doesn't think he slides the piece. He thinks he picks up the piece.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of that. It's the same as picking up your feet when you walk.
Yeah.
Your way is dragging your feet.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I like the tap. I like to be able to do the one.
Yeah.
See, now I'm liking it when they're busting his balls because it's silly and dumb, but I don't like it when Greg actually gets mad. Okay? He gets mad, and then I want to beat the shit out of him.
The tap is the same as dragging your feet. If I lift it up and place it down, that's like lifting my feet.
No, and then I have to count
What?
then I have to count your spaces for you just to make sure you didn't screw it up, and I don't care for playing with people like that.
Okay, so Kelly, she kind of fucks this whole thing up because it then starts to get super great at the end, and she keeps derailing the conversation. Not there. She says, I don't care to play with people like that. So it's all 3 in one way or another against Freebeer. Now he's defensive.
Beer lives in opposite world. Did you just hear
Yeah.
from Steve?
What he
when
described
I made a
is
perfect comparison and then he turned it
he
backward
flipped
like
it.
it's wrong.
He
Let me
tried
ask
to
you
judo
this.
flip you.
Let me
Oh,
ask
here
you
comes.
this.
Okay, yeah. Ask me, please.
Well, you're the one. I'm still talking.
I
You're
said
Okay. At that point, before that even, look at him look at
Did you just hear
Freebeer.
him, Steve?
Look at Freebeer when Hot Wings is talking. He is staring lasers into him.
What he
When I
described
made a
is
perfect comparison and
He's
then he
furious.
turned
He
it backward like it's wrong.
he
Let me
tried
ask
to
you
judo
this.
flip you.
Let me
Oh,
ask
here
you
comes.
this.
Okay, yeah. Ask me, please.
Well, you're the one. I'm still talking.
I
You're
said
yelling at Steve.
tapping is the same as walking and shuffling is the same as sliding, and you're trying to tell me.
I don't slide. I lift and drop.
Mm-mm.
She says, no, you don't. So they've completely turned on him, and now he's pissed off. But he only lashes out at Hot Wings.
Oh, you slid.
No, you were
You
sliding. That was
slid.
the whole point why Steve brought it up.
Oh.
You slid.
You were
Either way.
One more thing. Notice how Greg always is moving. His body language. He gets so fucking uncomfortable that he can't stop moving. Everyone else is sitting still.
Oh, you slid.
No, you were
You were- you
sliding. That was
slid.
the whole point why Steve brought it up.
Oh.
You slid.
You were
Either way.
sliding it.
You can't trust people who slide or jump to their spot. No, you count it
Oh,
out so
man.
people can
This is
trust
a real
you.
bummer. I'm going to miss out on playing Life with Hot Wings. What am I going to do with the rest of my time? Oh, wow. Are you going to have kids? I don't know because I don't give a bleep.
Yeah.
Oh,
think
can we
I've-
play a board game made after World War II? No, I only like the classics. Where's my pink girl stick or whatever it is?
This is the
What?
classic free beer response when he gets upset and he's
This is
caught
the
being
classic
dumb.
Hot Wings talk, yelling at other people like I'm not in the room.
I'm not yelling at anybody.
Oh, fuck. This is the classic free beer response when he gets upset. You see him fidgeting, looking around the room like that? He's ready to kill somebody.
After World War II? No, I only like the classics. Where's my pink girl stick or whatever it is?
This is the classic
He's not even making sense with what he's saying. He's so pissed off.
free beer response when he gets upset and he's
This is
caught
the
being
classic
dumb.
Hot Wings talk.
Hot Wings is right. Hot Wings is that is the classic free beer response. He's a thin-skinned fuck. I'm telling you. He's that pissed off over that. That is how Greg operates. He cannot handle anything that makes him look bad or silly or dumb in any way.
Yelling at other people like I'm not in the room.
I'm
Also-
not yelling at anybody.
The little pink things and blue things that you have to pick and undo for the life game. There's so many.
Okay.
Wait,
she
Camel Up
she,
was
she
the-
tries to go into a different direction because she realizes this is fucking getting awkward. And there is no more reference to it later on in the show. Oh, my God. And now I'm like, oh, I wish she hadn't said anything. I wanted more of that. That was the first time you've done anything interesting. Is that argument. Holy shit. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it as soon as I saw that. God damn. Aram says, hopefully Hot Wings apologizes to Free Beer. Of course, Steve started the stupid conflict. I'm glad he did. That's why he was laughing. His whole body tensed up when you started the video. You can almost see his toes curl up inside his shoes. I noticed that too. Please, 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 one of them get pissed and rage quit the show. Kyle writes, he says, if this happens, I'll start believing in baby Jesus. Corey says he sounds so butthurt right now. Florida Man says Hot Wings is winning this fight. Linda says he's such a douche. Aram says, where has that Hot Wings been all these years? Future Zane and Hot Wings for the light show confirmed after Hot Wings leaves. I would entertain doing a show with Hot Wings because I think I could bring out something better in him than what he offers on that pile of shit. You should leave that show right now and do a show with me. Brandis says, I feel much more stupid after listening to this. Like, I'm pretty sure my IQ dropped after enduring this. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I know I did too, but I needed to illustrate to you how angry Greg gets at something so dumb. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and make the whole thing awkward. Corey says if Hot Wings were to ever leave the show, it would be fun to have you and him do a show together again, and you just yell at each other the whole time. Well, I don't know about that. Aram says it's the first time this controversy has happened, and I think Free Beer was caught off guard. Are these people even friends in real life? No, not at all. Case in point, Greg didn't even invite him to the marriage when he married that fucking gold digger, whatever the fuck her name is. Blue State Rob says, every professional broadcaster that is not in the big leagues I've countered is highly insecure. I have more than a small sample size, but regardless, Greg hasn't humbled a bit. Corey says Hot Wings was always at his best when he had something to fight, like you are here when he's attacking Free Beer. Brandis says, I would love to argue with that douchebag. Would be a sport for me. Rob says, start the hashtag Free Hot Wings campaign. Kyle says, this is what that show is lacking. You guys busting balls and laughing about dumb shit. I agree. I like those moments, but when they would happen, they would come at a cost. Okay? If I'm ripping on Hot Wings, you can expect it not to go where he's going. Even if he does get furious, it's still funny. It's still good. Because Greg's laughing along with it, and we know the parameters and things like that. But with Greg, it's a mixed bag. You don't know what you're going to get with him. If you fuck with him, you might get the moment like they just had there. Okay? Or you could have where he actually rolls with it. There was a period of time where he was word scrambling and he got so pissed off at us because we're making fun of his word scrambles that we had a meeting without him. It was Joe Eric Hot Wings. I said, don't reference it. If he does it, if he says belly bitten lunt or can't challenge a guy who runs into the stands because he hits you in the cup with a face, I go, don't do it. Not worth it. Ignore it. And then we'd get emails. Wait. Did you guys miss that one? Did you miss that one? No, we just don't say anything. And then one day he says, how come you guys don't reference those anymore? Oh, we just played dumb. He's like, because I know I'm still doing them. We didn't have the heart to tell him, yeah, you're too much of a cunt, okay? We can't because you're such a fucking cunt. It would be so annoying. Eventually, they did come back because it was you couldn't ignore it. It was too great. The segment pushed us out of the way and said, I need my spotlight. It's so true. Oh, that dude is fucked up, okay? The most fucked up. Everybody's fucked up to some degree, but that is the most fucked up person I've ever known in my entire life. Okay? Son of a bitch. Well, anyway, that's just one clip I have of for Who Are These Free Beers coming up on tomorrow night. Ben's going to review a bunch of clips for me. I love it when Ben reviews clips because he usually pulls from something that I have no idea what the hell is going on. And then surprises me. And I love his takes on their show. So much fun. So Who Are These Free Beers happens tomorrow. All right. That's that. Meanwhile, if you are enjoying the show, and I have two questions now for Dear Meathead. I probably need at least two more. We are 8 minutes out. Send them along, Eric@ericzaneshow.com. All right. Sorry. It's getting cold in here. Thank you for watching the show on Facebook, X, and YouTube. I have to send you on your way. I already mentioned about Patreon. You can sign up for that. Also, if you want to get this show in its entirety, because there's still like another hour of show, the full thing is on Twitch. So download the Twitch app and search Eric Zane Live, all one word, or on your laptop or desktop, just go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, and I'm there as well. And you can create an account and chat along with us. And then you don't have to worry about getting shut out on Facebook, X, and YouTube like what is about to happen now. And all those audios are available on demand on Twitch as well. You get to see the entire show on back episodes and whatnot. Also, the audio podcast is available wherever you download shows. Just search Eric Zane Show Podcast, and off you go. I prefer Apple Podcasts. If that's your platform of choice, please leave me a review. I appreciate that. I already mentioned the Patreon, so thank you. And if you've signed up in the past, thinking about it now, or if you're already signed up, or you're signing up for a free 7 days. Patreon.com/Eric